Maybe. Checking. 1, 2, 3. Checking to see how loud my sound is. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Again, OBS doesn't always register Snowball, so I always double check to make sure everything is going smoothly. Also, I have a new shirt. See, it's so cute. My parents got me this, and they got me the Kudami mug, which is adorable. And I get a My Melody little plush that turns into Kudami. Kudami is my favorite. My Melody is my second favorite. So I've got several Kudami stuff, so I try to keep that one as My Melody. Also, if you can see on my mantle, there is another Kudami back there. That one is a little brown to match the present that she turns into, because like the My Melody one, it's reversible, but it turns into this little boxy gift wrap present that you can kind of like stick under the tree or whatever. I think it was supposed to be a stocking stuffer, but I might be wrong. Anyways, I wanted to have it, so I put it up there. Anyways, I am sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I wasn't feeling 100% after I get back from visiting my parents, so I needed kind of a day to recover, which is why I put both of our streams on for today. Plus, with the way my schedule is for my 9-to-5 job, I will not be able to stream next week, unfortunately. If I do, it may be a double stream on Friday. I will, if I do a double stream on Friday, I will have it posted on my schedule on YouTube, if you can see that. I'm not sure if people can see when I schedule streams or not. I know on my end I can see it, so if you can't see it, please let me know. I do have kind of a schedule worked out for the new year, so I will be posting that so you all have a better understanding of when all my streams are going to happen, because I'm going to try my best to have a somewhat steady schedule at my 9-to-5, because we set our own schedules at work, but it also depends on when we ourselves put the schedule in, because if like I'm just going to say, for an example, there's 10 of us on night shift, so if the 9 other people besides myself put in their schedules first before I get a chance, then I have to pick the days they haven't filled. so that it's all spaced out throughout the week and everything's covered. So I was able to get to it early this time, enough to have somewhat of a steady schedule starting in January, but that may change. It is required every so often that I work a weekend, so that may be a week where the stream will change, but for the most part it should be pretty steady. So I will release that after Christmas, so you all have a heads up of when I will be streaming. And we are going to continue Minecraft and Palea. There is a couple of games that I want to add to the playlist, and I will announce that with the schedule, so we'll see how that goes. But before we go too much further, I have the verse of the day, which is Luke 2:9-10, and it says, "An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, 'Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people.'" And if I remember correctly, this is in context with the three wise men. If my Bible app will work. And basically, the angel was telling them to follow the star to see that the Savior had been born. So I think it was Luke 2:9. Yeah, because in verse 8, it's talking about the shepherds out in the fields, and then the angel appears to them in verse 9. So yeah, so that's setting them up to follow the star to where Jesus is. And in verse 11, it says, "Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord." And these men, I think, if I remember correctly, these men weren't actually Jewish. They didn't hold to the prophecies too much as the Jews did. But when they received this message from the angel, they went out to see who this Messiah was, which is why they are considered wise, because they listened to the word that had been given to them from God. So that's just the verse of the day as we prepare for Christmas. And remember the reason for Christmas, even though Christmas isn't the day that Jesus was actually born, it is the day that we as Christians celebrate his birthday. So he is the reason for the season. Anyways, I did realize right before stream that I forgot to change the thumbnail for the stream, so we may end up picking something later so I can update that after the stream. But I do have Minecraft going. I haven't switched it over yet, obviously, so let me go ahead and actually let me put you back on here because I need to log in and get things going. But like I said, I still have one present left to go, and then I'm going to a friend's house tomorrow to make tamales. I've never made tamales before, so at least not homemade. I've made the frozen stuff, but I'm sure the homemade is going to taste a whole lot better. So I am excited about that. I can't wait to try them. I want to say last year my friend actually brought me some leftovers and they were delicious. I just don't remember them very well because I don't eat them often enough. Why am I in a hole? Oh, that's right. Okay. I remember now. Let me switch you all over so you can see what I am seeing. Properties. Okay. That should have fixed OBS. Yes. I don't know if I mentioned this last stream, but if you'll notice, I changed my little character skin. I was able to figure out how to design my own character, so I did that. She's supposed to be wearing this cute... I searched through Pinterest for a green dress that was kawaii, and one came up that was it was a pale green and it was a little poofy because it probably had a petticoat underneath, and then it had some white puffy sleeves, and I'm like, well, that's cute, so I'll just design her with that, and this is what I came up with. Her hair is down, so it's coming a little bit on the front, and it's down her back, which I think I can probably show you all that. With F5, we probably need to get out of here. I was doing some terraforming, and I went throughout the night doing that. I don't have any more dirt on me, which is why I was in a hole, because I didn't have a bed on me to sleep throughout the night. But yeah, off stream I've been working on a little bit of terraforming to kind of get this area ready for when we come over here and start building the palace grounds. Ooh, that's a lot of skeletons. All the flowers that I've placed. Okay, is that all of them? I think it's all of them. Just put all these back. Okay. And Frank is over here somewhere. I almost lost Frank. I came over here to do some terraforming, and I have forgotten a fence piece. And I was like, you know what? It's just a small piece that I'm plugging, so it shouldn't take too long, and Frank should be fine. He shouldn't wander too far. And he ended up wandering too far. So, I had to track him down. The golems are almost ready. They are all green. They just haven't shut down. So we are waiting on that. Oh my goodness. Scared the crap out of me. One second, guys. I am so sorry for that. I don't know why it took forever for them to turn it off, but it did. So anyways, yeah, I have some windows open because surprisingly, and I guess it shouldn't be too surprising because I live in Kentucky, the weather is very moody in Kentucky. Almost to the point of bipolarism. So, we had, I think, 2 inches of snow a few weeks ago. And actually, it was, I think, Sunday, we were in the 30s, and now we're up into the 60s. So, and it kind of feels like spring. So, anyways, because it feels like spring, I've opened some windows to kind of let in some fresh air. What did we come over here for? Oh, so a little bit of an update of what I've been doing off stream. I took some of the bamboo that we had in storage and I planted it here so we could gather some more and build some scaffolding for any projects that we're working on over here, especially with us trying to finish the storage or the warehouse. And then I also was able to get a jungle sapling from one of the traveling traders. So I went ahead and put it here, but what we might end up doing is after we finish the warehouse is pick some spots where we can start building small little forests of different wood. So what I mean by that is I think the bamboo would look great in the cherry blossom biome. So we'll probably move that over there somewhere near where the palaces are going to go. And then I really don't want a bunch of jungle wood over here. I just want to be able to access it, but I kind of want it out of sight. And of course, we need a bunch, like a small birch forest to build up our wood supply again, because we are running low on supplies. So, that's something we may do. We're only streaming for a couple of hours on Minecraft today because we are doing 2 streams. So we probably need to go ahead and get going on the warehouse. I did add some details to the warehouse. I decided to use stone buttons in these places because stone doesn't have a trapdoor option, which is what we usually do to fill in the space on the wooden structures. So I decided to use stone buttons instead, and I spaced them out a little bit. And I think it works really nicely, but let me know what you guys think. And then I also decided to go with this kind of entrance. I did the same thing over here on the side entrance. And I really like these doors. They are so elegant and cute. So what I think we're going to do from this point forward is any building that may be kind of like government owned, right? Is going to have these elegant style doors, especially in this part of the kingdom. When we get to the higher up sections, they may be more common. But yeah, that's something we can still think about and play around with. I wanted something that was contrasting to the rest of the entryway so that the door stands out. This also, by the way, is a trapdoor, if you didn't know. And I really love the detail on it. So we may end up trading that out for something else. I haven't really paid attention to the other doors, so that might be a thing. Because we may end up changing it for some type of metal door, since this is going to be kind of a warehouse for the whole town, and we kind of need some type of security to keep robbers out, right? So we may end up changing it. I'm not sure, but we need to put a roof on this thing. So that's what we're going to do now. Let me pull up my reference picture real quick. Because I had one saved from Pinterest that I was working with to kind of modify a little bit. It's the one that I told you had a stable on the front. And of course, we're not doing the stable. So I am modifying a little bit to fit what we're going for. Let's see. If I can find it. I've saved so many reference photos to create my own half-timbered buildings that it might be a little buried. Here it is. Okay. So with half-timbered buildings, they do have the dark wood that sections off some of the white area. But then they have a kind of brown tile for the roof, like a light brown. So what we might do is find a different type of wood. I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, it's not, I'm not going to sneeze. I hate that feeling. Anyways, we'll have to see what kind of wood we have available. What time is it? It's close. We should be able to sleep. There we go. I have been sneezing a lot today, and I think it's, they did do some mowing around my apartment earlier. So, some of that stuff is in the air. Wood. So, these are our options. What we might do, I think we just continued with the spruce, but I want to try something different. We might do that, or we might do acacia. Let's put this back. Let's go over here real quick. Acacia may be the way to go. Just because of the colors that are on the reference photo. Because they go really well in the reference photo. So, let's do that. We're going to need some scaffolding. I don't know if I've pre-made some. I don't think I have. So we're going to need bamboo. Just double checking real quick. Okay. I did buy another pickaxe from the traveling salesman. What am I looking for? Scaffolding. I don't know if 6 would be enough. Where's the rest of our shoe? Okay, that should be enough. And let's put the gravel away. And then we are going to need some stairs. And size. That should be it. I could have put the mangrove planks away, but that's okay. We can start small. That way we have an idea. What we probably want to do. How do we want to do this? Okay. So the slope of the roof is facing this way, which makes sense because it'll allow room for the little bridge area. Okay. So I think I should put the scaffolding. Now, I don't know if this will work. It does work. Okay, so I learned that if you hold shift, that kind of locks into place where you want to put the scaffolding. Neat little trick. Okay, since we want the slope to go this way, we're gonna have do this. Whoops, nope. Wrong direction. I did the opposite of what I was talking about. Alright. Let's try that again. It's gonna have to go this way. Boop. And I just realized I said we were going to do this on the smaller one. So I'm going to see how it turned out. But too late for that. Alright. Go ahead and put a block there. And then I think slabs would be best next. I'm still learning the best way. Why is he in my house? Or my warehouse? I'm still learning the best way to do roofs. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. And then we need this there. Wait. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the next part, we'll just do. Okay. This. Okay. Actually, let's take it down. Can we do upside down stairs? We can! Yay! Do this. We're out of stairs. No! Okay, I'm actually going to take up some of them on this end. Because I want to see this from afar and see how it is looking. Okay, and then our scaffolding is somewhere over here. I still missed that. Okay. Let's see how it's coming along. Not bad, I don't think. We may have to build the whole thing and find out. What we may do is flatten it like right here above the center. So once we get to where we're above this window, we'll start going flat until we get to this window, and then we'll mirror it on the other side. And then we used, I think that's white concrete. I don't know if we have any more white concrete. Let's see. We have quartz, sugar, cobblestone. We'll have to make some. Ooh, do we have white dye? Is the question. Powder, concrete, whites. We need sand and white dye. Do. Oop, that's light gray. Okay, so we need some bones, which I think I still have some left over with the farmer. Some bone meal. Yes, we'll take these as well. While we're over here, and drop these off. And then sand is in one of these. That's redstone. Sand. And then we have to add water. So I'm just going to go ahead and make all of them. Actually, let's just go ahead and make all of them. Because we have another stack of that. I'm going to put this away. This down here, and then once we sleep, we'll add some water to our concrete. So anyways, how's your weather doing? I know one of the northern states my dad was showing me was basically having a blizzard to the point where the police had to close all the roads just to keep people at home because they were still driving through it. And in some parts, they were having to use snow plows to move some of the vehicles that had wrecked so that nobody else would wreck by plowing into them. It was crazy. Like, guys, if you cannot see where you're going, stay home. Okay, can I use this? No. Got our concrete ready. We're gonna have to move the scaffolding now. That. Take all that down. And we'll just, I guess I really didn't have to make that far. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and place. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. We're going to place this here so we know where we're going. Alright. So the next part, I think we'll just mirror what we did here. So the next piece would be actually let's take that back and do this and this. And we're out of slabs. Dang it. Okay. We'll go ahead and do this. Two more areas. This will give us an idea of how much more supplies we need. Hello? May I help you? This would actually be planks. Not planks, slabs. And I just realized I didn't do an upside down in here. Go ahead and do that. Okay. We have 6 more, so we'll just wait. Scaffolding has been a huge game changer. I'm glad we invested in that. Alright. I'm going to take... let's just do this. Slabs. We're going to need a lot of slabs, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a whole set. And then take this and make some more stairs. And go ahead and make all the stairs. And, ooh, what time is it? Oh, it's still like midday. Okay. Wait, I don't have planks on me. We're going to need those. I think it looks okay, right? Should I swap it out for spruce? I guess we'll finish it and see. Really? This is why I need to invest in a corded keyboard. Surely they make a keyboard similar to what I have, but with cords. Because I like the clickety-clack of my keys. But the Bluetooth thing is getting annoying. Okay. And then this should, it would have to be 2 over. So here and 2. So all this would be planks, or slabs. One thing I'm surprised when it comes to Minecraft is this is a hilly environment and we constantly get rain, which I know, like if you go to a tundra biome you're going to see the snow instead of the rain all the time, but you would think they would have, where's my, okay, have seasons. really hope it doesn't. Okay. While we're here, I need to light this up so nothing spawns in here. Okay. Almost bedtime. Alrighty. Now we just need to mirror that on this side. I was holding shift. I don't understand. By the way, guys, I did find some more diamonds off stream. And I think, if I remember correctly, we now have enough to make the whole diamond set. I have started I built an enchanter so that we might be able to get so that we could enchant our supplies. The next thing we need to do is get a villager over here that sells books. We're gonna have to get some more of these. Sell some books so that we can get mending, which that's going to take a while. I'm still researching that whole process because I've never done it before, and I would like to have cheap mending books. I know a golden apple is involved. There's like a potion involved, which I don't know how to make yet. And a zombie. So we are going to work towards that. And then need slabs. And one more set of stairs. What's down here? It's a slab. Which I don't think I can reach. I can reach. Okay. So one more set of stairs. And then I won't turn all of them into the slabs. Because we may have to do some finagling here in a minute. Obviously, we're going to need a bunch more when we go to do the other parts of the building. So we're going to have to do some acacia harvesting, but that's okay. I don't think it looks too bad. We did miss a piece of stair over there, but I think it'll be fine. No, we missed more stairs. Actually, this is supposed to be a block. Yeah. Which we can fix that in a minute. We're going to need our scaffolding. And fix this side. Okay. I think it works. I think the second time I did it, I had my cursor on the wrong spot. Okay. So, stair, stair, skip, stair, stair. Okay. Stair, stair, skip, stair, stair. Alright, and then we need our white concrete to fill in the gaps. Probably need to make this spruce all the way up. So we'll leave that empty. Unfortunately, yes. We're going to need some more white concrete. It kind of looks bland. It's going to look bland all the way up, so we may have to finagle this a little bit and put some extra windows up here. Or something else. Ooh, I know what we can do. Because I think I did it on the inn. Was add some more spruce to kind of like show on the outside where the words are hard. Where the attic starts. So we're going to need more spruce and more white concrete. So let's go ahead and do that. Spruce. Are we out of spruce? We are out of spruce. We're out of spruce. Okay, so we need to plant some. So we'll go ahead and get this going. And we're going to need some more acacia. So while that is growing, I'm going to go ahead and put this away. We're going to leave the bones here because we're also going to need some more sand. So in here, I'm going to go ahead and put this away so we have some more room. We don't need these. These can go over here with this. And I'm not going to take any arrows with us because the swords should be fine. But yeah, this was the first pickaxe that I bought. Where is the other one? There it is. He also sold an unbreaking and efficiency. So I went ahead and bought that one as well. We're pretty much out of emeralds now, but I got those two, so that's good. So we're gonna sleep. We're gonna get some more sand and some more acacia planks. We can also run over to Notre Dame and see if our golems have expired. Come on, Frank. We're going on an adventure. We could probably go ahead and put the windows in too, but I don't know yet. I've also been trying to figure out how I want to do the windows. Wait. Not the windows. How I want to do the sorting. I have windows on the back. Because obviously we're going to utilize the copper golems, but each copper golem will only sort into 10 different chests. And I think that's 10 different double chests. I might be wrong. I'll probably look it up and double check it. Also, another thing I did off stream. Oh, I know you can jump higher than that. There we go. Thank you. I added a waterfall because I thought this would be a nice little place to add a waterfall. The way the land is broken up. That took some time. I'll give you a close-up. So what I did is I had the water start up there because there was kind of like this little divot in the ground. So I went ahead and filled it with water and then had it cascade down. I had to cut in a little bit on the left side to get the waterfall looking perfect. And then I dug in a few layers into the ground here and kept this little island in and filled this in with water as well. The water probably doesn't look very well around the island, so I probably need to mess with that a little bit more. But yeah, I added this little piece to make it more picturesque over here. Oop. I'm sorry, Frank. There we go. I also did a little terraforming over here and filled in some holes. For whatever reason, I was getting a little bit annoyed that it wasn't completely flat all the way across. So I went ahead and filled those. I think I ended up emptying one of the double chests over here because of that. What? There we go. Here was this one. Okay, so it's almost empty. We can go ahead and move these. And then refill that. I have been slowly collecting all of the leather that I can every time a cow spawns, so that we can have plenty of what we need for that. They're still moving, but they're completely green now, so it should be at any point in time. I think they're all still moving. There's one I'm not sure about. Yeah, they're all still moving. But they're close. I will say I did find out through my own experimentation that I had to put the chests back down for them to start doing that. Because you might have noticed it. I mentioned that they weren't turning green whatsoever, and it was taking forever to do it. So I put their chests back out, and it seems to be helping the process. So I don't know why that is. I suspect it's because, and I need to look into this. I heard someone mention that you can train them to come with you and help fight stuff if you give them like an axe or something. I might be wrong about that, but if that's the case, that explains why they won't tarnish or oxidize when their chest isn't available. Because that would be a nice little benefit, I guess, in their programming, but you would still think you would need to wax them in order to keep a certain color. But I don't know. That's something I would have to experiment with. But yeah, they're almost done. Hopefully they will be done before our stream ends. But let's go get some sand and some acacia. We're going to park Frank back at the blacksmith shop because we had to cross water to go to the acacia area. Oh, I also did, I don't know if I showed you all yet. Put Frank right here. I finished rounding out these sides so it looks more natural and picturesque. So that has been a huge improvement. Yeah. I may add some cherry blossom flowers down the hill to kind of give it a little more detail, but I don't know if you could see that from the bottom of the stairs, so I don't know. Alright. We should have enough supplies. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show you all what my skin looks like without all my armor. So I try to add some texture to her hair to show that it's wavy or curly. And I added some shadow around her dress to kind of give it some poof. But yeah, that's what she looks like. Okay, I'm gonna place it on. Apparently I'm missing a helmet that I didn't realize. I may change her outfit a little bit. I haven't decided yet. We'll just use this for now. And if the spruce tree hasn't grown by the time we get back, we'll just bone meal it to speed up the process. Geronimo! Is that a skeleton? Nope, that's drowned with a helmet on. Ooh, what do we get? What do we get? It's enchanted, whatever it is. And of course it's leather, but we're not doing anything too heavy. Fire protection. Cool. So if it's free, I will use it. I don't want to use too much. The acacia on the shore, I guess we can go ahead and do it and just replant it. Because we'll definitely keep the acacia forest over here. I haven't decided where we may mix in mangrove as well over here, but I haven't decided. Okay. Do. Ooh, look at all these saplings. Already getting nighttime? Bruh. I probably need to get to go bed. Things are going to spawn. Okay. There's a spider. There's a spider in my tree. I say we get about 2 stacks of acacia. And hopefully that will be enough. And then we'll get maybe 3 stacks of sand. Chicken! Trying to make sure I get all the saplings so we can replant them. Sugarcane, I was glad to take. What are all these oak trees doing here? Don't they know it's acacia biome? trying to take over. It's an infestation. Sir, hold still. Yep. Thank you. Okay. So I thought I had all the supplies we needed for this build, and I apologize that I did not. Because I figured, yeah, we can just come on here, throw on a roof, slap on some details, and then dive straight into the storage room. Did that happen? No.
No.
We've got one stack, which is good. One more to go. And hopefully we can get all of it before the sun sets again. I have been reading a lot lately. I think I mentioned during one of the last streams that I plan on tackling my TBR for 2026 and trying to get it completely read. Of course, what I probably need to do is make notes of what books are on my TBR, because one of the things that I do with my TBR is use it to remember what books that I like and series that I'm reading. And the way I've set it up on Goodreads is once I read one book of a series, then after I finished it and reviewed it, then I go in and add the next book of a series to my TBR. So I guess I don't have to make a list of what's on the list. Did I not pick that up from earlier? Wait, no, that was a sheep. Who killed a sheep? It was not I. Did lightning strike? Is there a wolf nearby? How am I missing all of this? Okay. Anyways. Instead of making a list, I just realized what I could do is just go back through the books that I have read, because I don't lose that list. Right? Just go back through there, the ones that I marked as a good read, because there are some that I have put down. Do I remember what they are off the top of my head? No. But I can just go back through there look at the ones that I did like, I should probably make a favorites shelf on Goodreads. But yeah, go through them, see if they're still a part of a series, or if they are a part of a series, and then just add the next book from the series when I update my TBR after I complete it. So, but at the moment, I don't think I'm going to finish it in 2026 because I have like almost 200 books on my TBR, which is one of the reasons why I want to tackle it next year. But yeah. The other thing is, so growing up, I had trouble with finishing things. I forget why. It had something to do with my depression and how things were with that. So after I went through therapy and healed from some things, let's see what he has for sale. I was able to start finishing stuff. Spruce, white dye, pale moss, tall dry grass. Okay, we don't need any of this. After I healed from some things, I was able to start finishing stuff. So I was able to start finishing paintings, some of the book series that I read. Like, the only book series I recall ever finishing that was more than a trilogy was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter. Which means because I know for a fact I've never finished the Chronicles of Narnia. I think there's 7 books. Okay, I must have taken the chest because I don't see it anymore. I do need to come over here and get this obsidian because we're going to need it for the Wizard's Tower. Anyways, Chronicles of Narnia. I think there's 7 books. I read 6 and never finished it because of that mindset that I had back then. So, I will eventually go back and reread the Chronicles of Narnia and finish it, which I should probably add the first book to my TBR for next year, so I can do just that. But the reason I'm bringing this all up is because after I healed, I tried to finish everything I started because I had a new sense of confidence in myself, and I was bound and determined to do everything that I couldn't or didn't allow myself to do before because of that lack of confidence. And that was basically, I went from not completing anything to wanting to complete everything and being a finisher of stuff. So after a while, I realized in order to do that, I would have to finish every book that I ever picked up. And I was part of the way through a book that I absolutely did not like and didn't want to read anymore. And I was like, you know what? There are hundreds and thousands of books in the world, and life is short. I'm not going to waste any more time reading books that I don't want to read. So that's why I started a shelf on Goodreads called Put It Down. And it lists a bunch of the books that I put down because I didn't like it. So we need to plant the acacia trees back. But yeah, I don't remember how many books are on that shelf at the moment. I do know I have put down a few books over the years. So yeah, don't ever feel like if you have started a book that you don't like, that you need to finish it, because there are several other books that you could probably spend your time better on reading. I really don't want to have to dig through water, which is why I'm only doing surface sand. Okay, that has given us one stack already. Something bad must have really happened nearby. There's all kinds of sirens. Of course, if I remember correctly, Louisville is one of the worst cities to drive in the States. So it's probably another wreck. What's crazy is the first year that I worked here, I was living in Frankfurt at the time. But I passed like almost 10 cars on 10 different occasions that had caught fire. And like, what in the world is going on? Do I really want to be driving in this city? Almost there. it's interesting to see. Of course, I like learning about different cultures, anyways. So it's interesting to see kind of a glimpse of daily life in India, and how some people deal with the caste system that's over there, which I don't agree with the caste system, but I've also never talked to anybody about like the daily workings of the caste system. I have met people from India, but I just haven't asked them questions about that. Let's see. Okay, we need to make. I'm just going to pop the clay in here, in the sugar cane, and these for now. And we'll sort those later. How did I end up with dirt? I understand where the brown wool came from. We need to turn all of the acacia into planks. What is this? Ooh, sandstone. Okay. And then we need to grab some gravel and bones. I went ahead and grabbed 3 stacks of sand because not only do we need to refill or restock the glassmaker's chest, but we need glass, and if we continue to build half-trimmed buildings with white, I would rather use the white concrete rather than dig around for quartz in the nether. What am I looking for? White concrete. Okay, so we need to transfer all this. Let's not use that at the moment. Let's use this. How much will that give us? Yeah, that'll be enough. Okay. Apparently we didn't do all these, so we'll go ahead and do all that. Oh, we can't. All right. We will have to reforest that area soon. I'm not going to hold all of this in our inventory because we don't need all of it. Put the gravel back. I'm only going, let's go ahead and put that in there. I'm only going to do the 40 because I don't think, yeah, let's just do that for now. Because I don't know how much we're going to end up needing. And then we'll put the sand. I think it was this one. No, it was this one. In here. And then what? Oh, we need to make the powder into regular. Which I'm just going to go ahead and stack everything in the water to get it ready for harvesting. Maybe. And then we'll sleep and harvest. Yay, our tree grew. So we'll harvest the concrete and then we'll come back and harvest the spruce. And we'll start again on working on the warehouse. I hope it's fine that we're doing all of this the way we are doing it. I tried to have all of our materials prepped and ready to go, so you all can just see the building process and not have to see all this, but hopefully it's okay to do some of it on stream. Another thing I want to do is go through my watch lists. I have been slowly whittling down my Netflix watch list the past couple of months, but I also have an extensive watch list on Crunchyroll and I think it's called Viki Rakuten. It has, that's usually where I watch my K-dramas, which granted I have some K-dramas on my Netflix watch list, but Netflix doesn't have that many, at least not the ones that I've seen clips of that I want to watch. Plus, some of them don't stay on Netflix. Like, Hotel del Luna has been on my watch list for a while. I haven't watched it yet. And it's about to leave Netflix. But I can just hop over to Viki and watch it there. I heard it's good. Alrighty, we got our spruce, which we can go ahead and turn into planks. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. And I think we'll go ahead and go up the center with this. Right there. And then I need to decide I guess it should start here. Yeah. I knew I can't reach. Still can't Of course it goes over there. Why? That should look better. No. We just got to do the side. I was hoping by inching my way forward, I could do this. Ha ha ha. No! I forgot about the other one. Okay. I'll have to fix that on the inside. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. I don't know why I did that. That's better. Alright, let's see how... Actually, we'll go ahead and finish the concrete part and then we'll check it. I think the top that's flat needs to be higher. Like bulkier. Let's see, is there anything? I think everything else will be fine. Is this tall enough? I'm one short. I don't even have slabs on me, so we're gonna have to go down here. Get some more scaffolding and some slabs. Almost threw my mic off my desk. Alright. Change this with this. llama and their family. A llama, he's supposed to be dead. Boop. Hello, mother. She can't hear me. She sent me a message. Anyways, it's just a reel, so I can check it later. Oh, we need slabs. 48 should cut it. Hopefully. Let's see. We should be able to see if this works. Yeah. I think that'll be fine. Maybe cut the corners down a little bit. Yeah, let's take the corners off at the top. Not the whole... That's annoying. Sorry. No! Why have you done this? Why must you be the way you are? Okay. Okay, hopefully this looks right. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe we should add some stairs there. Let's get some stairs. I don't know if I can reach that from here. Nope. Okay. I did watch My Melody and Kurumi on Netflix. It's really cute. I highly recommend it. And I think that'll work. I think we should add some slabs there, maybe. Let's try that. Hello? Whoop, not that many. Just one. don't know if that will... It probably doesn't look right. We'll probably have to take those down. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Let's leave it like that. Now that I'm thinking about it though, if we take those last 3 slabs down, we can add some more detail to the center with some spruce. Unless, let me check this real quick. Yeah, there's going to be a gap. So this would have to, you can probably just leave it like that. And what we need is some stairs and some trapdoors. Let's do 6 just to be safe. And we're gonna swap this because that's in the wrong, what? No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I don't know how this is going to look. It might be better to use an acacia stair. Let's swap it out and see what the acacia stair looks like. I think that looks better. And then we'll add the trapdoors, because this is going to go here. To add that detail. I can't remember what I did to the inn for that. Let's double check that. I just left it. So that'll be fine. Fences there. So this should be done for the most part, unless we want to add like trapdoors in between. That would add some more detail to this. Let's actually play with it on the front because we have less space over here. And then there's going to be this underneath it. Oh, that's wrong. It's going to have a flower pot there. So we we might go ahead and do trapdoors, at least at this level, all the way around. I think that's what we should do. Let me double check to see if we already have some. No, we just have the fences, the signs, and the hanging signs. Ooh, we do have 2 trapdoors. Okay. So we need some more trapdoors. That's not going to be enough, but that's okay. Stairs. We'll do that for now. I'm just going to go ahead and make that because is it time? It is time. I do love the firefly bush. I'm so glad they added that to Minecraft. I do think though, if you were to, I want to play with this for science reasons. But how the firefly particles are closer to nighttime, like you could see the fireflies kind of like gliding off of them or whatever. I think if you combine the firefly bush somehow with the campfire, it would look like active fire burning. You know how the embers go in the smoke? I think that would be a nice touch to some of the campfires. But anyways, we were doing this. No. The way the trapdoors are, I need them to attach to the bottom so that those metal pieces are on the bottom. Because if I do it there, the metal pieces are going to be up top, whereas I do it here, they're on the bottom. And I want them to be consistent. So, which now that I'm thinking about it, if those are nails holding those in, it would make more sense to have them up top. So we're gonna have to flip all these. Did I pick it up? I guess I did. I think we're done with this side for now. I'm going to go ahead and take these back. Because we don't need to go high up anymore. I think the top is done unless we add the leaves to the top, which we'll do that some other time. Because that's kind of like the final detail. The main objective is to get the whole building itself done. I'm not going to put any flower stuff on this. I guess it's called a bridge. I don't know. But this piece, so I'm just going to put that there to add that detail. Let's go ahead and add flowers there. That'll be fine. Ooh. that one is going to have to be slapped. Since that might mess up. Actually, it might be fine. We'll just add another slab there. Do I have any on me? I do not. That's okay. And we'll leave the scaffolding there because we'll probably go up that way to put the roof on there. Which we will do in a minute. This needs to be this. No. So we're not putting flowers there. It needs to be this. I guess I already started this process and don't remember it. Oh well. So that's done. We made way more trapdoors than we needed, but that's okay. What we can do now is go back to building the roof. We're going to need more stairs. I'm just gonna, let's do this real quick. That way I can use this 34 to make that. That's not gonna be enough. That's all right. Let's see how much we can get done with this. And then we'll do the insides once we get this part done. Slabs, right? Yes. Okay, I'm not quite sure where I want to transition the next piece. This needs to be that. I made that one wrong. And then this and this. So we'll fix that in a minute. Stair there, but I want to switch it around to where maybe it can shape itself differently. I'm trying to show you what I mean. Nope. Stop it. It's not going to do it. But that's okay. I guess we'll leave it like that then. We need more stairs. We'll go ahead and get some more slabs. Let's leave it like that and put that there. Dang it. It'd be easier if I just did it this way. To the potter's house. What am I stuck on? Why is that there? Stupid keyboard. I missed. How could you miss? We're 5 feet from you. Here we go. Alrighty. We're going to take this down and put it back. I didn't put that in the right place. It goes here. Boop. Alright. So we have 1, 2, 3 in the middle. Right. So what we probably should do is make those 3 flat. I was holding shift. I don't understand. Why did I fall off? That I knew why. What do we have here? Stair, slab, plank. So this would be stair. Let's take this one back. gap and then get some more stairs. Alrighty. And then this needs to be spruce. I clicked two things. I thought that was spruce. Never mind, I take back my gasp. Actually, this would probably be better if we go inside. Okay. And we should probably make this spruce. Okay. Do. Alright, that should take care of all that. Any of these. Alright. That needs stairs. Okay. And then that top piece needs stairs. Really? Okay. I am not doing a very good job of this. We're just gonna have to run with it. Let's see. Okay, if we did that, that would mean how did we do this on the other side? It was this way with the trap door and then upside down. And then that one. Nope, that's wrong. Because this is going to be fencing. Right? Hang on. Ah, I see. So I had it right in the first place. I'm going to go back up here. Put this here. Put there. And then this one needs to turn around. so. And then we'll put fencing there. And then we need another stone stair. Anybody in here? No, but we can make one. And put that here and here. We need 2 more buttons. What takes a button? Oh, I think it's regular stone. We do need spruce fence. To do this portion. Perfect. And then buttons. Okay, we're a little bit over time. We're gonna finish the outside real quick. I don't think I have these buttons pre-made. And all it takes is some basic stuff. So like so. And of course it's getting close to time. Stone button. I think we need 3. I might be wrong. It's 2. But that's okay. We'll have 1 reserved. And in the morning, I make waffles. No, we're just going to finish the building. Okay. This shouldn't take too much more time. We just got to finish the inside. So we're going to need these back. I should have 17 total. We have those and then we have these. Okay, 17. And then I'm just going to go right here. No! Am I really out of spruce? Please tell me I'm not out of spruce. No! We are completely out of spruce. Okay. We're gonna have to bone meal some. Because I really need to stop streaming soon. The longer we stream Minecraft, the later the Paleo stream is going to be. Let's go ahead and we still need that actually. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Because I don't think we need that much more acacia. Actually, we probably just need the slabs and the stairs. We'll keep the trapdoors on us. We don't need the brown wool at the moment. That's not worth it. And the dirt can go in the other thing. Bone meal, bone meal, bone meal. just enough to finish this project, and I will knock down these trees another time. Okay. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's put this away. And we need to go inside. The great thing is that this does seem like it's going to have a lot of room for us to do stuff with. So that's good. White concrete. Oh, we need to go. Here. Seems to be the center. So that needs to go there. And fill the rest in. Okay. And I won't worry about the details in the what? Hello? Oh. Crap. I put that in the wrong spot. It should be here. I'll just move this over. The others? Okay, they fell down there. Am I out of white concrete? I am. That was the last of it. But that's okay. That is just enough. And then for this, we're not going to really have a lot of room. So let's do slabs here. What? Where did that go? Hello? Why did you go there? Really? Okay. I have to make some more. And I think no. Do that. That probably looks dumb. that looks better. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, and then we'll do slabs there and make that even. So I prematurely put the acacia planks away. I knew I should have done that. Oh well. Ooh, hopefully that's enough stairs. Just so it looks somewhat the same. If you're really paying attention to the details. Sorry, sunset again? Jeez. It seems like, I know each one is like 20 minutes IRL, like 20 minutes IRL of daylight and 20 minutes of nighttime, but it always seems like daylight is faster and then nighttime takes forever. Yeah, that looks good. Now we just have to add the windows. And what we'll probably do in here, since we have so much room, is kind of like we did with I think it was the shipping storage room. We'll check it out real quick so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll grab some glass and fill in the windows. And then we should be done with the shell of the building. And then we'll wrap up our Minecraft stream. Take a little break and then come back for Paleo. Okay, so in here, okay, it isn't what I had imagined or what I remembered. So scratch that. Let's actually go to the barn. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this away. Spruce. Well, okay. We'll just leave the rest of it in my inventory. It'll be okay. So anyways, in the barn, I have the loft area where if you've ever been on a farm, you know the hay goes up here. Right? Which I need to get some hay bales and put them up here for aesthetics. But I kind of want to do something similar in the warehouse, at least in the main building. So when we go up here, there's going to be 2 lofty areas, one on each side. And some stairs, not a ladder, going up to them, and maybe a walkway in between them up top. So that's the goal for this room. And then this room isn't going to have an attic. I think it's just going to be an open concept. We'll make some more white concrete powder and fill in this little gap here on each side. And then this will just be like another office area, I guess. Or records area. We might make this the records area, and then this is the office to keep track of the inventory. But yeah, let's grab some glass. And we want to use paints. Let's make this window smaller. Oh, that's better. And then I may add some more details later. But yeah, that is perfect. I forgot what window I was on. Okay. So all of that in that side of the building. Oh. From over there, I thought I missed a brick. Did we not put windows in the side? I guess we didn't. Let's make 2 here. Oh, that's level. That's why we didn't do windows. I think it'll be fine though. because this is going to be an office. We want windows. I'll do one window here. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. So that is, aside from the flower boxes, which I will add later, our warehouse is complete. I might add some little details on the front at the top, like I did over here. But yeah, I think it came along very beautifully. I really like it. And again, I may change the door, because I really want to use those doors in like the more fancier part of the kingdom. So we'll see. Anyways, that is it for Minecraft today. Again, we are going to take a quick break to have our meal. For some, it's dinner time. For me, it is lunch because I woke up late today. I'm trying to switch my sleeping routine back to night shift because I have to work later this week. But anyways, yeah, if you all have any suggestions, I actually need to sign out of Minecraft real quick because I don't want it to go nighttime and a creeper show up. Anyways, if you all have any suggestions as to what else we can put in the first layer of our kingdom, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this stream, words are hard again, but if you enjoy the stream, please feel free to leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, please feel free to subscribe, and I will see you all in, I think I scheduled this for 7 o'clock, so I will see you all in an hour.